Hey everybody, I'm Brady Simpson, one of the founders of Peanut, and I'm really excited to share with you the demo today. So let's dig right in. First things first, head on over to the Google Chrome store and search for the Peanut travel extension. Download it, and this will work on your Google Chrome desktop for Expedia.com, Booking.com, and Google Flights. And so essentially, Peanut really aims to help you book a better trip and see COVID information and other travel insights on your destination, all while you're looking at flights and hotels without ever having to really open up a million different tabs. So in this example, we're heading over to London, and the first thing you'll see is this travel restrictions section. So it's going to help you really understand what you need to do in order to travel there and kind of what is happening on the ground. So it looks like masks are required, a PCR test is required to enter, etc. You can click this link to see more specific details. This is meant to be more of an abridged version. Now, right underneath it, you'll see a section here on visa requirements, which is definitely helpful if you're like myself and almost traveled to a country without a visa where you needed one. So in this case, it looks like a visa is not required since it's in Europe and I'm coming from the US. Now, another cool thing is we actually show predicted flight delays when you click a flight. And it looks like for this flight to London, none of the legs are going to be delayed, hopefully, or canceled. And this is a prediction based on historical data. All right, so this also works if you are coming to the US, right? This is not only for US folks or US destinations. You can use Peanut if you are in other parts of the world as well. So in this case, let's head on over to Germany and check out some of the travel restrictions there. So it looks like a COVID test is required to enter, a quarantine might be required, the public transportation is really reduced, and restaurants are open. Visa is not required, and again, we're going to do our best to predict flight delays when you click on a flight, and it looks like this Lufthansa flight is predicted to be on time. Okie dokie. So let's do a domestic US location. How about Seattle to Palm Springs? And there's a little bit of different data here, so I want to show you that, which is pretty cool. So for the US locations only, we've got this COVID risk section. And at a high level, it's a kind of generic overview, and it's an assessment based on positive test ratios, case density, and ICU capacity. Now, the other thing that we show in this COVID risk section is the percentage of adults fully vaccinated at that location. So this can be helpful, if you see an area that's really high risk, and you'll be able to see exactly what's happening kind of on the ground. If you're curious about some of the data that we're using to get this and just really want more details there, click this link and you'll be able to dive in and see everything. And again, we do show some of the travel restrictions as well, in addition to flight delay prediction. And it looks like this Alaska Airlines flight that I happen to choose is predicted to be on time, which is great. So right now, we mostly support flights, but we're really excited to support hotels and weather in the future. I want to end on showing another really cool feature that I like as well, which is actually kind of subtle, but it's this country flag at the top. It's pretty cool to kind of see as you're browsing and looking in different places what the flag is, kind of gives you a little bit of a sense of that country and that culture. And right now, it looks like for Vietnam, at least, it's totally closed. So that's good to know. And it looks like if I were traveling there, I would need an e-visa. And this was the country that I almost was denied entry into because of my faux pas there. So this concludes the demo. Super excited to hear some of your feedback. Not all of the data is perfect. We're still working on a bunch of different things, but we'd love to hear your feedback. We'd love to hear your suggestions and feature requests. And if there's any bugs or anything you'd like to share with us, please comment or send us an email at support@trypeanut.com. Thank you.